I will tell you that there's a lot of confusion out there, and if you can tell me that you know exactly what's going on with this market, I'm be surprised.
Well, like I said, we know that Facebook is still not losing users, and man, those guys were so lucky to not have dates in college, right?
Oh my goodness gracious! I got to tell you, Facebook was a real surprise. It blew everyone out of the water, caught everyone by surprise, and their guidance going forward is tremendous, and it really kind of saved the tech sector today.
Yeah, well, it's up with the FANG stocks. Those are some major institutional growth quality stocks, but why isn't Alphabet the alpha stock in the mix?
Well, I think, they kind of surprised everyone the other day with some of their numbers. While the numbers were good, it was kind of caught people off guard. Facebook, people expected the worst. They didn't get it. They got better. So people are kind of enjoying the fact that maybe they can get back in after all of what's said and done. There was a limited downside. They know their risk, and now they're more comfortable getting in at this price.
Well, speaking of risk, Matt, how do you know when risk on is up? What do you like to determine that?
Well, one thing I've been looking at over the last couple of days is transports. They've been tremendous. Yesterday, they were absolutely the leader. They kept us about the flat line for the market. Most of that was based on Boeing. Boeing learned a lot from the day before from what Caterpillar had said as far as their earnings call and what to forecast going forward, what analysts were looking for, what investors were looking for. You look today, we talked about the 10-year auction yesterday. It wasn't so great, right? But money's not flowing into bonds during these times. So that's when you kind of can figure that maybe the risk on is more prevalent than we think. There's money being put on the sidelines. So 88 billion shares was wiped off the FANG stocks over the last couple of days. Where did that money go? It didn't go into gold. It didn't go into bonds. It's sitting in cash. It's ready to be reinvested in a company like Facebook that we saw today. Chipotle's out of the penalty box. Huge day today. So there's money on the sidelines getting ready to be put to work.
Why don't you think the sectors that would benefit the most from deregulation and tax cuts are benefiting from this, like the industrials and the banks?
Well, the banks in particular, we talk about it down here with another guy that trades a financial, and we are surprised at the action that we're seeing. You would have thought there would have been more, especially after earnings. People were concerned that they saw huge one-time gains due to the tax benefit. That's the concern going into Q2. Can they replicate the earnings that they had? Industrials, you start talking about all the pricing powers and the commodity prices that have gone up. How much of that is going to be affected? We've seen the tone change in Washington, where it's a lot less negative as far as tariffs go. They feel like there's a compromise in place. These companies probably should be rewarded. So it's a good point. That's some of the confusion I was talking about. Why aren't these stocks rallying a little bit more than they are? And if you're an aggressive investor, that's something that you should be looking at, maybe trying to get a piece of.
Maybe it's priced in. Maybe there's a new trade around.
Yeah, probably. That's what you're looking at. You want to get ahead of the curve a little bit. Boeing definitely, kind of softened the blow. Everyone was concerned that they were going to be the next domino to fall, and they were far from it. Their earnings were fantastic, and it kind of buoyed the whole market. So I think that was an important number yesterday.
There's a lot of chop around. The thing I noticed is that there was one breakout yesterday, Integra Life Sciences. Oil or energy stocks have been holding their breakouts. What does that tell you?
Well, energy, they talk about the Iran deal that Trump may back out of, according to Macron, and that people are starting to say that may put like $6 or $7 into oil on the upside, because if Iran takes some of their oils off the market, that's going to shoot up oil. So that's given it a nice bit of a floor here. You get the inventory numbers and things. They're moving the market very quickly. But it really has been stuck in this very narrow trading range over the last couple of days, despite all this news. So that would lead me to believe it's going to break out one way or the other. If everyone's betting that it's going to break out to the upside, you want to be very careful about an event like that because everyone's on the same side of the boat.
All right. You know what I'm going to focus on? The weekend. That's why I love having you on Thursday. Matt, thank you so much.
All right. My pleasure.